What's going on, guys? It's your boy CMB. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and let's get into this one really quickly. Now, guys, I want to talk a little bit about Gervonta Tank Davis versus Hector Luis Garcia fight. You guys know this fight took place back on January the 7th in Washington, D.C. at the Capital One Arena. Gervonta Tank Davis was victorious in that fight, stopping Hector Luis Garcia before the 9th round actually started. Actually, Hector Luis Garcia did not return to the fight due to the fact that he got hit so hard in the last part of the 8th round that he couldn't see. And I think he thought it was a serious situation, so he decided not to return to the fight. Now, since then, there's been some allegations thrown around by people that there could have been possibly a fix in the fight. Hector Luis Garcia talked about him losing momentum in the fight, and all of this stems from the situation that happened in the stands with Meek Mill and Gary Russell Jr., and I think it was one of his brothers, if I'm not mistaken. You guys remember in the fight, they were fighting in the stands, and the referee stopped the fight in the ring, and it was quite some time. He had those two guys not fighting, and Hector Luis Garcia said that forced him basically to lose momentum. Now, I want to go over what he had to say, guys, and give you my take on this whole situation. He was talking to Marcos Villegas on Fight Hub TV in this interview, so I'm going to quote what he had to say here. He says, "If I won that fight against Gervonta Tank Davis, it would have elevated me. What hurt the most is I got stuck at the moment. I had rhythm in the fight until the referee stopped the fight. I felt I had gained composure, but after that, everything was loose," Garcia said in an interview with Marcos Villegas on Fight Hub TV. "It wasn't right, but it was what the ref calls. You have to respect, but it wasn't right. Once I got to the hotel, I recognized that I should have continued. I kept questioning myself. Why did I stop? I should have just kept going on. Some say it was planned. I heard that it was planned by Team Davis at the moment." So you heard there, guys. Not saying that Hector Luis Garcia believes that it was planned, but that's being put out there. And honestly, guys, I think that's just a bunch of hogwash in my humble opinion. I don't think something like that was planned by Team Davis. Even though Gervonta Tank Davis is friends with Meek Mill, he has no love for Gary Russell Jr. I just can't see this elaborate plan to make Hector Luis Garcia lose momentum in the fight. I think that's just a cop-out. I think that's just an excuse. And I'm big on this channel for fighters not making excuses after they lose a fight. You lose a fight, you come back to fight another day. Hector Luis Garcia, he was a very, very game opponent, in my opinion. I think Gervonta Tank Davis just got the best of him. Sometimes you're going to make mistakes. If you make a mistake against Gervonta Tank Davis, you're going to pay. Now, as far as him losing momentum when the referee stopped the fight, that could have happened to either one of the fighters. You could say the same thing for Gervonta Tank Davis. He could have lost momentum too as the fight got stopped. So that's not really an excuse, in my opinion. I just thought Gervonta Tank Davis was the better man that night. Even though I thought Hector Luis Garcia put on a good performance, he just lost the fight fair and square, in my opinion. So don't really like to hear stuff like this. After the win, then the excuses start pouring in. It shows a lot of I wouldn't say poor sportsmanship on his part, just a lot of sour grapes coming from him, possibly coming from some of the fans of Hector Luis Garcia. It is what it is, guys. Gervonta Tank Davis won the fight fair and square. Now he'll go on to face Ryan Garcia in April in a mega showdown that a lot of people are looking forward to. Look, this is a win for boxing fans, in my opinion. Now, as far as Hector Luis Garcia goes, you guys know he's still a champion at 130 pounds. He has a bright future ahead of him. It's only one fight. Sometime when you lose a fight, you can learn a lot from that. I think, he'll still be a force to reckon with in his weight class, and possibly if he moves up to 135, he'll still be a great fighter, in my opinion. But you guys tell me what you think about the fix possibly being in, what some people seem to think. Do you think him losing momentum when the referee stopped the fight during the melee with Meek Mill and Gary Russell Jr. Made him lose. You guys let me know what you think about that in the comment section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.